We can add him in while the show's going.
What we got?
No, but I'm saying so this is my logic. So a team like Creighton obviously didn't play well, but Oregon played well, and you can say like, of course, like they
Oregon
may never play
well.
They played damn well, and you could be like they haven't played like that all season, but you can look at NC State and be like they haven't played like that all year, but they're playing like that at the right time, and it's not like we got week-long breaks. They're playing right again. That confidence is through the roof right now.
And so I don't
you
have
guys, you guys were dogging me about the NC State, not dogging me, but you guys were like, I don't know. But NC State looked damn good too yesterday.
So if you remember what I said I don't believe momentum can carry.
Yeah.
So I got on the notes here. I was wrong on a couple things, and NC State's one of them. I didn't think that momentum would carry. You guys did, So I eat that. I didn't think Michigan State was going to show up like they did. That's my other one. So, I'm open to stuff. It's not like I just lock into it. I was wrong on some, and those were my two biggest because NC State did show. And Oregon's playing well. It's just where I'm at. What I feel is Creighton tomorrow. We'll see, right? Let's see what happens. I like a lot of chalk tomorrow. So
I'm talking
like UNC. So
I'm talking from the guy that had two Final Four people out already. Kentucky's out now for me. I had them in the Final Four. I had Auburn in the Final Four. That didn't work out. So, I mean, obviously, like,
Auburn.
Bro.
Auburn. I can't believe Auburn.
I can't believe it.
But that game, you can't – if somebody was to tell you I handicapped Yale, right, you'd have to say, show me. Show me where in any matrix, analytics. Auburn was nervous at that end. They weren't hitting free throws. You can't. They're an 80% team.
Yeah.
For free throws, And then, I mean, how many chances did they have at the end? They were missing twos, like 2 free throws. Get a rebound, back to the line, miss again. You're like, wow. You can't handicap that, Yeah.
You can't handicap.
That's why we play this game.
It's hard to handicap a one winner-take-all game. No matter what you're doing, that's for sure.
ZJ, we're live, brother.
I know. What is good, world? Live. This is the Bet Champ Show after hours. Of course, guys, we are here every Monday and Thursday doing a special Friday show tonight, though, just with the madness going on. A lot of upsets up in the air. Of course, we know that. And some taking off right now, guys. We got James Madison taking on Wisconsin. James Madison looking good so far. I know Sach, I'm not sure where you are with this one. Me and Sach definitely had a play for James Madison plus 6.5.
They're like 18-5.
What was that?
They're up 18-5 right now.
18-5, yeah. So looking really good. Good unit play on that one. But we'll go around real quick. We'll get the show started and going. Of course, guys, we are missing the Whitster tonight. No Wit in the house. No one's heard from him. We'll put the bat signal up later, but we'll go around. We got Sach, man. No one's fine. Sach, how we feeling?
Feeling okay. I mean, we've had a good run, to be honest.
Whoa.
We out here in San Diego, man. I can't hear y'all. You know how we do. Shit got out of hand. San Diego State won. Got the boys there. Hey, got Heather.
I
can't. I still like James Madison to win this game, but
absolutely.
I wanted to call in, man, live from the spot. I'm like Dennis Rodman in Vegas, 72 hours, man. You ain't getting that guy back.
Oh no, we're not.
Hey, shout out Wit. Love you. Wit's on assignment again tonight. Of course, we got boots on ground at the actual bar, guys. We are live right now. YouTube, Twitch, and we'll just get him out of there real quick.
Get him out of there.
Just give him the boot, guys. Love it.
Live San Diego State this one game, and he's going crazy. He's going crazy. Oh, he's back. San Diego State's going crazy. I love it.
And you can't blame him.
It's live on location.
He's going with his Aztecs. The man's
Eric
having
is
fun.
like, man, this guy's out of control.
Yeah, make it cold. That's it. Yeah. Let them know.
Like Crown
Well, we
Vanilla.
appreciate all love,
y'all.
all
I'm
love
having
and
some picks tomorrow.
Thanks for
Sending them
checking
up.
in with.
They're in the fucking house.
all love and appreciation.
Absolutely.
Have a
Love
good time tonight
Hey,
on
Zach.
assignment, boots on ground. We appreciate
Zach.
you, brother.
Turn your hat around and call your mother.
Oh yeah, not cold. Oh my god.
We appreciate you, brother. All right, guys, here we go. Doing good, fellas. What is good in the house? Little after hour special. As you can see, Whit having a good time out on the town, checking out all the talent going on with March Madness. But the fellas are in the house tonight. Again, as always, just going to recap kind of what's going on with the tournament. And it's been absolute madness. Look at that. Joe. Hey. I love it.
Jaguar Joe signing in. What's up?
Jaguar Joe. Oh, do you know me?
Yeah, Jones knows him.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's our guy. Joe. We got to get real talk though. We should get Joe on for some baseball. Joe would be good to have on for some baseball chat for sure, Joe. So let us know. We'll get.
I
we'll
tried
get you on.
to. I asked him today. I tried to get some late breaking news and find out. You know, he's a Dodger fan, so I was trying to find out who Ohtani liked tonight, and he wouldn't tell me. So
Yo, that's honestly crazy. That's honestly
Yeah.
a wild little investigation going on.
yes, it is.
But we're up here
No
in a
doubt.
Friday, guys. Friday night, got some stuff. Just want to kind of just be chatting a
Sure.
little March Madness. What's big? What's happening tonight, guys? And then we got a little trivia, of course, to end the show. We'll get that going. Let's just do a little checking with the fellas, though. Sach, man, how we feeling?
I mean, feeling good. I mean, as a collective group, we've honestly not done too bad. If you can kind of get out of March Madness going any above 50%, you're sitting in the clear. And I think E is positive right now. I'm 1-0, and then ZJ, I think you're about 2-2 or 3-2. So at the end of the day, when you're handicapping these games, like E said, you're kind of throwing a shot in the dark. You're just going with what you think with the analytics and the stats that matches best. But obviously, a lot of things have happened. It happens every year. No one can predict really what is going to happen. But I'm feeling good. I got James Madison as my second play for this weekend. I had NC State plus the 4.5. They ended up winning outright by 17. So, I mean, I feel good about that. But, I mean, he's the one who's been in the trenches. He's been giving plays out left and right, both days, morning slate, afternoon slate. I'm just ready to kind of get into what we've been seeing. So, I mean, I'm doing good right now.
Absolutely
Sweet.
love it, brother. And then, of course, ladies and gents, Big E in the building, the Teflon Don, the money man himself. E, how are we feeling so far in the tournament? You liking?
Feeling good. I'm taking Witt's place with a drink in the hand.
Absolutely. That's a heavy pour.
Friday night
That's a
crown.
heavy pour.
Yeah, big pour, five finger. You know, you got to go big. But yeah, I feel good. We were 4-2 today. To Sach's point, man. Anytime you could be up in these tournaments, it's good.
Yeah.
The morning plays 3-1. We fucking lost and over by a half a point. You know, the hook got us. Sometimes I just want to say, hey, this paid the juice.
Me and ZJ were watching the last, bro. Me and ZJ were watching the second half, and I was like, ZJ, we need overtime, and then we need the foul free throw game. They did the free throw game. I think Northwestern scored like what 20 something in the overtime, or like 18.
Because it was a slow start.
Oh,
absolutely. I mean, it was a lot of luck got put into it in overtime as well. And then tonight, I hit the NCAA over, but you know, this is what happens in the NBA. We're in the last month. Freaking Pelicans go up 20 points and Zion sits. I hit him at 5.5 assists. He had 4. I don't even think he played the fourth quarter. So, you know, what do you do? You're just like, hey, we can't. Man, what are you going to do on that? So, yeah, overall, though, 4-2, very happy with that because this is a freaking headbanger going through this stuff. You know, I mean, I watch a lot of college basketball. I'm not saying I'm nowhere near others, but I couldn't even tell you what channel Samford's on. I don't know where to find McNeese State. I mean, there's some of these teams in here, you're just like, I've never even seen them play, let alone what are they going to do? So, yeah, I'm good. I'm fired up. How about you, ZJ?
Always good.
See you.
Always good to be 6 feet above ground, my friend. Always good to be on here with you two guys chatting up sports and whatnot. But no, interesting stuff going on as we kind of talked about, like kind of briefly before the show starting, right? Yale obviously beats Auburn. You have Oakland who beat Kentucky, right? Huge shock. Calipari, Sach was calling it, right, with Kentucky on the earlier shows.
Never again.
Calipari Calipari just has no
You
luck
still
as
took
of
them.
late.
No, you were like, if they lose this time, it's over. Never again.
Never.
We'll be right back here next year.
Never fucking again. Never. I don't give a fuck if they're 35-0. I'll never pick them to make it to the Final Four ever.
I like it.
But I want to throw this around. That white boy for Oakland, right? I thought that was kind of wild. He just shoots threes. Like, that's legit his job. He doesn't do anything else. Obviously, he was throwing. It's hard to throw up a lot of shots like that. And that was throwing up some shots. What do we kind of think, obviously? What's his full name? It's
John Golke.
John Golke, yeah.
I mean, when you're looking at games like that, obviously it's a tournament, a D2 guy that has really nothing to lose. It's his final year. I saw a tweet. It said, "It ain't March Madness unless a mid-major white boy beats a high-end blue blood team." And that's honestly what it is. We see it time and time again. It just takes one hot game, one game for some dude to just go completely ballistic. And when you look at the box score, the dude was 10 for 20 from the field, and they were all three-pointers. And I watched the game. I watched the game 2 times. I watched it at the bar, and then I watched it fully on my own at home. And this dude was shooting shots, like NBA caliber shots, catch and shoot, going from left to right. I mean, you can't really do anything
off balance.
about it.
Yeah.
Off balance, you can't really do anything about it. Kentucky played him good in the second half. He was just hitting. And in the tournament like this, that's all it takes is just one performance like that to just get a team hot, get them going. I've said it before in the last show. I said if Kentucky does this again to me, I'll never pick them again. And I'm going to stick with my guns on that. I'll never, ever, ever pick them again. Any John Calipari team, I will never pick again because they've only won one game in the tournament in the last 5 years. There's really nothing you can go against that. The stats show it that they just underachieve. But to this point, I will give Calipari some slack. His teams every year are just a bunch of freshmen that he's just working fresh dry. And in the tournament, we've been saying it on the show time and time again, it's going to take seniors to take you over the hump. It's very rare that you get an all-freshman team in the tournament that's going to produce, that's going to make the right plays when it comes down to crunch time. And, I mean, at the end of the day, they lost. It happens in this tournament. It happens with young teams time and time again. So, I mean, nothing to it. I've been calling him John Calamari because he gets fried straight like calamari in the tournament. And I'm going to just stick with that. I'm curious what you guys got to say about it because I'm done with Kentucky.
Yeah, gosh, you know what bothered me more, and you guys heard me for the last 2 weeks as we're building up for the tournament. I told you what I love. I love senior guards. I love senior big men, and fucking Oakland are all seniors, and they've been playing together for 4 years. Like, it was my perfect formula. I didn't bet to play, but I too had picked Kentucky to go forward. I'm just like, that bothered me. Something else that's kind of interesting, and no, I'm not trying to razz you, Sach, when I say this, so don't think it's a bad thing, but Kentucky reminds me of the Dallas Cowboys, right? America's team.
They completely are.
Kentucky. Yeah, like Kentucky, every year everybody thinks, hey, Calipari, these freshmen. 2019 was the last time they made it to week 2. 2015 was the last time they were in the Final Four. But every year we're like, hey, it's Kentucky. Man, they got, we think Anthony Davis. We think all these stars. They haven't gotten out of like it's been 5 years since they got out the first weekend. But we just, like I said, when I was reading that, the first thing came to my mind is kind of like Dallas, America's team, Troy Aikman, and then you're like, man, that was so long ago. They're not there every year. But probably this come NFL season, Cowboys are going to be one of the top teams bet to win the Super Bowl. Is this going to? But they're not there. To your point, bunch of freshmen. That's a big game in a big arena. They played big games through AAU and the other things, but that anytime you can get a senior team together, I mean, they just got it right. And still, those are I can't explain. Those are blue chip players. Some of them are going to be drafted to the NBA, but they just got, and they probably don't play together. They just got, I don't know, but that was surprising. A couple other ones, but that Kentucky one, yeesh. That was a long ride home.
That hurt.
I think
Calipari is a lifetime contract.
Huh?
Calipari has a lifetime contract.
Oh, I know. That's that's the thing that I look at. People are saying they should fire Calipari. They should do this. They should do that. They're not going to fire him. At the end of the day, he brings money to the university. He recruits the best players. He's still up there every year in terms of wins. But when it comes to the tournament, he just don't have guys that he can work with 2 to 3 years to get them prepared. And, I mean, when you really look at it, when's the last time that someone has won with all freshmen? I think Duke in 2015 with Okafor, Tyus Jones. Like, that's one of the last times that people have really won with freshmen. So you can't really fault him. It's not like you're going to win every year like the Chiefs. Like, it's very rare that people go back-to-back in the NCAA. UConn may be an outlier because they got a lot of guys that were gone, and now they're still number one. Yeah. But you could still see UConn. Right. You still look at UConn. They're still sophomores, juniors. They have guys going up the ranks every year, sitting behind those guys and going in.
Right.
The Blue Bloods like Duke, Kentucky, they're just getting freshmen time in and like year in and year out. So it's hard to say. Yeah. Calipari will not be gone. He brings a lot of money to the university. If you guys saw his press conference before the last game, he gave the whole breakdown of why you should go play at Kentucky. Guys are going to Kentucky to not win a national championship. They're going to get drafted to the NBA. And Calipari has been a coach that has said that time and time again. He's gonna get the best guys, and they're all going to share the ball together. They're all going to get drafted, and that's what you go to Kentucky for. You don't really go to Kentucky to win a national championship. You go to the UConns. You go to the North Carolinas. You go to these guys that breed guys for 4 years, and then you go and win. But they're not breeding guys to go to the NBA. And when you look at the college basketball landscape now, guys, the top 5, 10, 20, 30 guys are going to get drafted. They're not going to win. They're going to get drafted. Calipari said that his guys in the NBA, he has like 78 guys drafted. 80% of guys are getting second contracts in the NBA. He has guys in the NBA that have made over $2 billion collectively, $2 billion with a B. And, I mean, that's what Kentucky is. So I'm going to be cautious with them moving forward forever. But, I mean, they'll always win a bunch of games, and they'll always just get rid of guys. That's just what it is.
I think this is really where the beauty of this tournament comes into play, right? You get all these, you get the selection show, what the rankings of each team's going to be, right? That's bringing all these people in. Everyone's viewing this stuff. But the beauty of this tournament is really those rankings go out the door once that first game starts. And you see it year in and year out. And kind of going back to the whole Oakland, Kentucky thing and to what E was saying with some of these seniors and whatnot. The beauty of this tournament is it's a lot of realization for a lot of these players. A lot of these guys know they're not going to the league. They know that this might be their last game on an actual court, and they have nothing to lose. And I really think that is one of the most beautiful things about this whole tournament. You got nothing to lose. You are just going to ball out and do what you do. So, and that's what that John kid was doing, man. He was just throwing everything up, firing it, but good, it's his last game. And it was cool, that like it, it's kind of crazy to think that like that's all he does. He just shoots three, but he was hucking those things up, and that's what they needed to beat Kentucky. And obviously, like, you know, I had Kentucky going pretty far too on my brain as well. But that's what happens. This is March. This is what we've seen, right? Auburn loses to Yale, another one. We're gonna see more. James Madison right now beating these boys up there. So it's only gonna get better too. Kind of going
James
in.
Madison is one of those teams that have seniors. You know what I mean? They have older players. So yeah, they're one of those teams that are gonna, like we were saying. So they should do well, at least this round and probably the next. But to your point, that's why it's not going to happen. But that's why I'd like to see more mid-majors get in. You know what I mean? Mountain West didn't need 8 teams. Come on. and you guys know I watched Big East, Ivy League, and Mountain West. Mountain West didn't need to be in there. And they showed it this first 2 days. Why not put in a smaller school? If they get run, they get run. But if they can, you know what I mean? They bring some money to their school. They're promoting the game, and let them get a shot. You know, because you may have that Oakland. You may see these every year. We have it. St. Peter's, these others. But the only way they get in is by winning their conference. That's it. If they don't win the conference, you're done. And in basketball, it's a power 6, and they divide it out through them, and then throw out the conference wise. I don't know. That won't change, but. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't need 8 from the Mountain West. There's only 12 teams in there. So I don't know. But, yeah, good point. I'd like to see a lot more of these smaller schools that people say, hey, for instance, Oakland. I'll be the first to admit, I had no idea they're in Michigan. I thought that was fucking California school.
Wait, they're
Oakland
Michigan?
University in Michigan. Yeah.
Wait, they're in Michigan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit. That makes sense because Rocket Watts, one of their best players, Rocket Watts went to Michigan State, and then he transferred to Oakland. And I was wondering why the fuck.
We don't know.
I was wondering because Rocket Watts played with LaMelo Ball at Spire. He was one of the top 20 players in the nation. Went to Michigan State for 2 years, and then he transferred to Oakland. And I was like, why the hell would he go to Oakland? But now that makes sense that it was in Michigan. Oh, shit. I didn't even know that. I thought it was Oakland, California.
Yeah, let's get more of these schools in there that we know. But, yeah, it's a great the first it was just everything I think we thought it would be. Crazy, right? I still can't, because I watched the Ivy League, I can't believe Auburn. Jeez. Like you in Kentucky, that's the way I feel with Auburn. I had Auburn going deep in my bracket. So you're just sitting there, you're like, oh, got another week of losses in that column. But this is the shit that happens.
It's kind of crazy too. Now, when obviously some of these teams get through, the matchups going into tomorrow's games, right? And the next day are going to be wild as well. Kind of wanted to bounce into that one. See if you guys had any like insights of any games you're looking forward to tomorrow. Actually, we still got 2 more games to go tonight and everything, but we're already getting into the next round tomorrow. So kind of anything you guys are kind of interested in. I know we kind of were talking Oregon Creighton, right? And then obviously who's Oakland playing next now?
NC State.
NC State, that'll be interesting.
And I like NC State in that one. The only reason
we lost you.
Man, hey, Oakland's got some powers. Oakland cut you off. Yeah, they zapped you right out.
Yeah, it's my damn mouse. But I mean, yeah, when you look at Oakland, they're not physically dominating. They're not physically athletic. NC State, when you look at them, obviously DJ Burns, we've been singing his praises for a couple weeks. NC State's going to be a team that's really athletic, can get out in transition, and they have a good half-court game, obviously, with DJ Burns. And I don't see any Oakland guy stopping him for the entirety of the game. They have a damn good forward over there who can score about 15 points. They got solid guards who are seniors. And I think Oakland, obviously, when we look at Oakland, the reason they won that game is because Golke made 10 threes. We're just going to be completely honest. They won that game because Golke had 30 points off of three-pointers and was making unreal shots. In order for them to do that and beat NC State, an ACC team that is extremely hot at the moment and has won 6 straight games, he's going to have to hit about 6 threes, 5, 6 threes. And I just don't see them doing that, especially with the NC State defense going up against a smaller school. I really like NC State in the points tomorrow. I've been high on them since they won the ACC tournament, and I'm going to continue to ride that tomorrow for sure. That's the game that I really like tomorrow. And I like the Oregon siege, but I'll let you go ahead and talk about that.
Yeah. No, I'm with NC State too. I know E kind of wasn't following with us going into this and everything. That's all right. We were just kind of saying this though before the tournament even started. I mean, DJ Burns, I think, is arguably one of the most underrated centers in college basketball right now. I mean, this guy, it's just crazy to think like how you would even guard this guy. And especially when he gets going, he's just a total movement down low. He's going to move you. It's going to be hard to stay with him. He's got a nice floater too, which he's got some touch around the rim, which I really loved. And he's just a powerhouse down there. And to what Sach is saying with the whole Oakland thing, I watched the Oakland Kentucky game. Obviously, it was crazy. Dudes schwacking threes from everywhere. But exactly to what Sach is saying, I don't know what guy on that team is going to be able to guard DJ Burns, like physically. So that's where I kind of worry. If the dude's schwacking these, though, it could be a close game. Obviously, that's going to be his scheme going into it. He's shown us all year he doesn't do anything besides shoot threes. I think they were saying he had like 8 attempted 2-pointers within the whole year or whatnot. So, I mean, if you're NC State, the game plan is like, hey, this guy, you got to get out on him.
You get a whole game to prepare for this guy, a whole day to prepare.
You don't let this guy leave your sight. You're guarding him past the 3-point line too. And then kind of what we're talking about with we got Oakland and Creighton, and I know E will get on this one, so this will be a good conversation for sure. Oregon. I just love Oregon, man.
Oregon,
Oregon, yeah. I really love Oregon. Oregon, right? They won their conference championship. They look dominant. We've been talking about this Dante kid over there in Oregon. He is just another dominant ball player, which I really like. We were kind of talking about him before too. They just look like they have a lot of confidence going for them, and I think they're one of those teams that was looked at kind of as an underrated team, and they knew that. And you can tell with the confidence these guys play with when they're on the court that they don't really give a fuck about what anyone's saying about them. Excuse my language, but I think they just play hard, everything. But I get what E was saying too. This was kind of earlier before we kind of started the show with, they might not have another game like they did, how they did the first one too. But they just got guys. They got guys on their squad that's going to make it a good ball game. I think matchup wise with Dante, again, like how we're talking about, it's just a great matchup look. They're going with Creighton as well. So we'll see what happens. But this will definitely be one of my plays. I like taking the points with Oregon. I think you can juice it to about 6.5. I think is plus. We'll have to check on that again. I know it's going down, so that's why you kind of need to get it now. It was 6.5 yesterday, and I think it might have gone all the way down to 4.5. But I'll definitely put some juice on that.
DraftKings, it was 6.5 before we went live.
Wow,
6.5 before we went live, but that's DraftKings. Yeah. Shop around like we always talk about.
It was 6.5.
That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, go ahead, E.
I was just gonna say, listen, I can't. Only reason I'm riding Creighton tomorrow is because I watched them play all year. And they damn well probably should have won the Big East, other than UConn, right? So I'm just more familiar with them. And what I saw from Oregon, I don't think they're going to repeat that. Doesn't mean they can't. Yeah, I'll tell you what. My banger tomorrow, and you guys should hit it now, because I believe this line will change as well. Is I really think it's going to be Gonzaga is going to take Kansas out of their misery, and they're only a 3.5 favorite right now. Just go ahead and I mean they are so weak. You know what I mean? They normally run 7, and they got 2 of them are out, so they're going down to the bench to players that don't even normally play. Gonzaga should take them out. That's the one I really like tomorrow as far as money. I can't tell you why I like Creighton other than I just like him. I wish I could say, hey, top 4 defense, third in the league in threes, this and that. I don't have that for you. But as far as tomorrow's play, after we talked before we went live, I like Gonzaga over Kansas tomorrow.
I like that too.
Kansas
I think,
barely got out of the first round. Those legs are tired, and they don't have a bench to go to.
Yeah, that was the huge thing, right? When we picked Sanford with the points, and that one did hit and everything. But we were talking about, with Sanford, they had 12 guys coming off the bench. They had so many guys to play. And then you go over to the Kansas side of things. Kansas has a lot of guys injured this year and a lot of guys playing through injury on the team right now, still going through it. So I'm with you on that one too. I'm with you on that one too with the points and everything. Gonzaga really looked good the other day, and that was against McNeese and everything. Obviously, McNeese was a lower team coming into this and whatnot, everything. So take that as you will. But
this will probably surprise you. My must-see game this weekend, Marquette, Colorado. I want to see how that rolls out. I think that's going to be a really, really good game. Colorado today against Florida. When we started this, I wasn't riding them. That was the game of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that game was going to go. That was going to go as far as the clock was going to let it. If there was another 4 minutes, Florida would have tied it up, and they've been going back and forth. That was a great game. So, I'm starting to drink a little bit of the Kool-Aid and just want to see him play again because that was a really entertaining game, especially coming off of the first game where there was like fucking 8 points, 6 minutes into the game, it's 4-4, and I hit the over. I'm like, holy crap.
And they were missing wide open shots. They weren't even missing contests. They were missing wide open threes. The first 10 minutes, they were wide open threes. I didn't even want a wide open three anymore. I'm telling CJ, I'm like, bro, this is a great pick. They just are not making shit. Not even like 20, 30% from three. They're just breaking everything.
Because I'm gonna miss a couple of the good games because you guys are sending me on location to Vegas this week, so I appreciate that. Well, I'll be in the air during the game and getting on location.
We got to see some tickets. You got to see some tickets and whatnot. I'm sure you're gonna get them in. But no, it's gonna be very interesting. Going so like we talked about. I love what E's saying with Gonzaga with the points there. I think it's -3.5 right now. Obviously, we'll see what the lines kind of are tomorrow. I think we kind of talked about this. Just a veteran coach in Mark Few, right? He's been there so many times and everything. They know what they're doing over there. Kansas is pretty worn down, pretty hurt. So I do expect to have a nice game from Gonzaga in that one. And then to what you were saying with the
– Go ahead.
But what you were saying kind of with the CU Marquette matchup, I haven't really watched a lot of Marquette ball, but like I've said with CU, it's tough when you have 5 guys on CU that average double-digit points. I mean, that stat is good on whatever team you are on. That means you look at the game today, right? You had Cody Williams had a better game as the freshman who's going to the league. He had a great game today, distributed. You have De Silva, who's their leading scorer, right? He's the guy that gets things going. But then they had the other guy. What was it? Smith, right, Sach?
Lampkin, the big guy?
Well, no, I'm not talking about the guy who hit the last shot.
Oh, the point guard.
So Spencer or something like that?
Yeah.
I know.
There's so many, but so that's what I'm talking about, right? You had Cody Williams, you have the Silva, you have Lamb who played absolute incredible game down low.
KJ Simpson. Sorry.
I love that, right? And then you have KJ Simpson, who they're going to as of late, who's not
played a damn good game.
Yeah, played a great game. So when you have guys like that who can just divide the floor and everything and get things going and get some points on the board, I'll take that stat anywhere. I love that. So we'll see how this matchup is coming up for sure.
Yeah, and the weird thing is, I was going to tell you, I got 2 points, but the first one, because you talk about Mark Few and Gonzaga, he's been coaching there 25 years, and he has a 25-year streak of making the tournament since day one. I read that today, so that's pretty interesting. But here's the thing with CU, and it's not their fault; it's more the committees. How the fuck are they a playing game?
Yeah,
that team should have been in there. How are you coming in? They sandbagged all of us. Hey, they got to play a game even to make the tournament. Those guys could play. That's a good call. They should never have been in a playing game.
What's the committee's like? How do they rule? Because they were playing for a 10 seed. They're not playing for like a 16. What does the committee do to have play in 10 seeds? They've been doing that forever, but I just don't understand like why they do that.
Yeah, I don't, because I liked when it started where it was the 6. You win the play-in, you play the number 1 seed. Maybe people were complaining because you win and you go home. Yeah,
but they're doing play-ins for the 10 seed, which makes no fucking sense to me at all.
Correct. The 10 seed, I didn't even think about that. You earned that seed. But anyway, yeah, good. It's an impressive team. ZJ, I haven't watched them. I haven't heard much about them other than from you. I get it. It's one game, but I haven't. It's hard. It's hard to. There's so many conferences, and I try to stay away from the Power 6 because they're so well. Like Vegas has them so well charted out. Most of the time, those numbers are going to be spot on. So you want to go into a little bit of the deep
Power 6 though. Oh no, you would. Yeah, Pac-12 is Power 6.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to.
I'm thinking of the Mountain West.
Yeah,
my bad.
The Mountain West again. The 8 teams. I can't. What are you doing?
But they're not even a Power 5, Power 6 school. How the hell did they get that many teams in?
I don't know. That's my on a bias point. I'm like, hey, did we look at Big East? Big East got 3 teams in. Where's Seton Hall? Where's these others? So
you might as well
but I guess
you might as well put every ACC team in the goddamn tournament. You just had a 10-ranked ACC team that just won the first game by 16 points. You might as well just. I would have rather had the ACC teams go in or a mid-major like any of these other teams like Oakland. But
we started
like what you were saying with CSU. CSU looked fucking terrible. They looked awful the first half. They looked awful.
We started the bracket show, and the Mountain West had 8 teams. After the play-in. Driving to work today, listened to my sports bet radio, and all of a sudden, I guess in Vegas, they're now known as the Mountain Worst Conference. That's how shit's going for the Mountain West right now. You went in, everybody was high on you, respected the name, and now it's the MWC Mountain Worst Conference. So we'll see what Utah State does. I like TCU.
All these teams ruined it for all the teams next year in the Mountain West. They ain't gonna put that many in.
See how that one's going.
Very interesting. Cool stuff, fellas. We are live. YouTube, Twitch, and guys, this is the Bet Champ Show After Hours. This is our Friday edition. Just chopping it up a little March Madness. Kind of a quicker show tonight with everything. We got some more game. The beauty of this, too, with what we're doing is there is so much more games to follow, so much more money to be made, a lot of more stats to look up. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow's games as well. There's some great matchups going on there with everything.
And Joseph Montoya, Longwood being Houston, they're down 43-16 at halftime. So
he's a baseball guy.
Yeah,
Joe's a baseball guy.
Clearly he's a baseball guy. Holy shit.
He's a baseball guy. Yeah.
Shout out Joe. Shout out our guy Joe.
Yeah.
And that's your guys' homie. And you guys let him talk like that.
That's my guy. That's my first baseman.
Oh,
that's right.
He's talking about a 16 beating a 1.
But definitely
then it can happen. Shit, who knows? Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be cutting that clip.
Definitely some cool stuff to happen with tomorrow. Like we were kind of saying, matchup wise, everything, more games to follow. Keep following the page, guys. We're going to get some more plays out to you tomorrow as well. Because like I said, Sach and I know for sure love some of the matchups, and I know E's got some heaters, and which is only going to make tomorrow's parlay show even better. Because I have a feeling we're pretty much all in on March Madness and everything tomorrow. So tomorrow will be great, guys.
Did we see if there's a horse race?
No, that's Witt. And Witt's horse will probably be drunk.
Yeah, Witt ain't getting up for that 10 o'clock show. It's 9 o'clock back there. He's
Witt's
there may
horse
be a
will
horse.
probably
We don't know,
drunk.
ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's true. I mean, you got to give it to the guy, though. His Aztecs won. He's feeling himself. He's clearly at the bar still. He's just having a good time. So
yeah, he's in the city that's celebrating it.
His Aztecs won.
They did. That's why he's there. He's fucking San Diego State.
I mean, I guess that's the difference, right? I mean, I don't live there, but I didn't see any video of UConn going crazy after winning today. They're like, hey, we got a journey. We got 4 more. San Diego State, I mean, they're burning the city down in San Diego. 1 win. So gotta act like you've been there. That's what they say.
Chopping up here with the fellas. It's a Friday, guys, so I think we'll have we're having a quick little video tonight. Kind of wanted to jump into one of our best segments, obviously, trivia. Get the trivia questions flowing kind of while we got some time here. I like these ones. You guys want me to go first?
Yeah, you're holding it out like you can't wait to bust it. So go ahead.
So I got a couple ones in the mood of March Madness. I got one for you guys, and I think Sach is going to blurt this one out as soon as he can, but don't be afraid to listen too. Which team has won the most national titles in history of the NCAA tournament?
UCLA. Oh damn, John Wooden.
That is correct.
John Wooden. Come on, ZJ. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing?
Go ahead.
Come on.
Go ahead.
He was happy with that one too.
John Wooden. They literally have the fucking National Player of the Year award named after him because he won so goddamn much. Look at him.
Look at ZJ. He's like reading more about it. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you know? Coach Wooden, Abdul, Bill Walton. He saw the age on that. He was like, they don't get this.
Go ahead. You guys go ahead.
Go ahead, E. I like when E goes. E goes first.
All right. So I hit you up with the and this is current, right? So there hasn't been a break. So I told you that Gonzaga 25 consecutive years in a row. Who has the most NCAA appearances? That's consecutive. So not going back with a break. You understand what I mean? If that makes sense. I'll give you this. Kansas has had 34, but they're not in it because their streak ended.
You're talking
who right now has the longest streak that's current?
Is UNLV the Running Rebels?
No, they're not in it this year.
Oh, you're saying they're currently
in it this year?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the streak is still going on. There's people who had longer streaks, but theirs has ended. This is the current streak for longest invitations to the tournament. Hopefully I'm explaining that good.
No, yeah. So they got to be in it right now because the streak's going.
Correct. And I gave you the second. The second one was Gonzaga, 25 years.
I would want to go with. Give me. It's not one of the big teams because they've had some.
Sach, how can I say it? Sach's fourth favorite player may or may not have went to that school.
You said fourth favorite player?
Yeah. I don't know who it will be, but I'm assuming he's not your first or second.
It's not Duke, right?
No, it
Not
can't
Duke.
be Duke.
Let me see. This guy that went there would also be a modern day Dennis Rodman, I'll call him.
Draymond, Michigan State.
Michigan State, Izzo.
Yes.
I was gonna fucking say that.
I was
26 years,
but I don't want to sound stupid.
Yeah, 26 years.
God damn it.
Yeah, good deal.
I was telling ZJ, don't ever bet against Michigan State, E. And I know you had your thing with. I
did. I mean, they did. I was thinking this is, but I think I made tomorrow. I think UNC is gonna get them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck it.
Yeah.
ZJ, what did the months go?
There's
by?
only 3.
There's 12. There's 12 months in the calendar year. Give me the first 3 months of the year. January, go Zeech.
It goes January, February. Izzo.
Exactly.
Izzo. Look at
a wise man once told me that. A wise man that told me said January, February, Izzo, April. So, and honestly, Michigan State has like 6 straight years of winning the first round. So Michigan State is the opposite of Kentucky. They'll get out the first fucking round. No matter what seed they are, a 12, a 10, 11, 9, 8, they'll win the first round. Izzo will get them ready for the first round. But after that, who knows?
I don't want to – I would never challenge that wise man that told you that, but I would have to go January, February, Woodin, April. I mean, getting out the first round is cool, but who's got all the rings? But nobody knows. I did. Nobody knows Wooden.
Wooden's like Bill Russell. Like, we get it. You won a lot.
He was his coach.
No one else.
He was Bill Russell's coach. So that's how old he is.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
And I would never challenge you
on when everything was wooden. Even golf clubs were wooden back then.
And I would never challenge you on your months either or anything, but it's January, February, Wooden, and then April.
Yeah, what I say. What I say?
You were like January Wooden.
That's because back then the seasons were shorter. Come on, man.
No, I'm all peeking fun here, guys. The fellas are here. This is the After Hours special. I see the live viewers and listeners in the chat
out to
here.
The 40 people watching.
Yeah, we got it. I know it's Friday. I know it's Friday. Go ahead.
And also, I forgot my months, but I'm 4 fingers into 5 finger deep.
Absolutely. Hey, that's why we love you, E. But shout out to all the live viewers and listeners right now. I know it's a short audience tonight. It is Friday. We switched up our Thursday show to Friday, right? I get that many are enjoying your weekend, but we appreciate you guys being here. Toss us some comments or March Madness questions or anything you're liking right now in the tournament our way. We'll post them right now live on the video, all your comments or questions and whatnot, and we'll get a chat going with them, a conversation going. But we're running trivia right now, and Sachman it up.
All right, I got a good question for you guys. What NBA team has made the most franchise final appearances without a ring?
Ooh.
NBA. Who has made it the most without a ring? Without a ring.
So they have no rings right now.
No ring, but they made it the most. Right?
The Utah Jazz.
No. Next.
You can slow down when you say that too, big fella. I mean, it's okay. It's all right. I mean, it's not. Utah Jazz. Oh, so let's see. You got next Brooklyn, Boston. And it's got to be an older team. Well, that Jazz was a good call.
That's why I said Jazz. It's got to be an older team.
Jazz. That's good. I like that.
I'll give you a hint. They're in the Western Conference.
Minnesota Grizzlies.
So this isn't going to be a trick question like the Seattle Supersonics that are now the Thunder.
No.
Okay.
Q, that is wrong. The Grizzlies are not the team. What does this guy have? He has a tattoo. I mean, I'm not going to get into that, but no, Grizzlies are wrong.
I don't remember the Memphis making the finals, but I'm old. What are you doing, ZJ? I mean, help me out here. I'm spitting out teams. I'm talking slow.
I'm trying to think of teams in the Western Conference.
ZJ, don't look down at your phone, fool.
No, I'm just looking at the Western Conference.
Come on, man.
No Grizzlies, no Sonics, no no Jazz, no Blazers, no.
Houston, Minnesota ain't been there.
Rockets.
Nope.
It's not the Rockets. I was gonna say Rockets, but they won one.
I want to give you guys a hint. I want to give you guys a hint, but it'd probably give it away.
Well, I mean, I helped you with Draymond. Just give us one that doesn't.
It's the Pacers.
No. Next.
Pacers are in the East.
This guy's a bull in a china shop, bro. He just says shit. Just fucking.
Well, it's either the Kings or the
Kings or no.
The Timberwolves.
Nope. You guys, bro, how do you guys not have
Portland.
Nope.
Damn,
Bro, that
named
all
almost
that's
everybody.
left. The Suns,
What are you looking
There
at?
you go. Man. Wow. The Phoenix Suns.
Wow.
Charles
Most
Barkley.
appearances.
They've been more
without a
than-
ring.
How many? Do you know how many?
How many appearances?
Yeah. I remember Barkley lost to
Um,
Jordan, but
I want
Trying
to
to think
say 4.
okay. Hey, Utah was a good call, but I think they did it
Yeah, they
twice.
were.
I thought it was you. Yeah, I thought that would have been a great one. God, the Suns don't strike you, but then again, you got to think that Chris Paul and D Book lost to the Bucks.
The Suns have been there 3 times.
I need more. We need more ZJ questions, like who's the logo? Just try to puzzle us with stuff.
It's the logo. I got another one your way.
Go ahead. I love trivia. I love it.
Who is
These
the
ones-
all-time leading scorer in the NCAA Division I basketball?
Bro, come on, bro. Pistol Pete and Caitlin Clark. Are you talking men's? Men's Pistol Pete, women's Caitlin Clark. So Caitlin Clark
I would-
total.
I was gonna say women, so you didn't just blow it out there, but
Caitlin Clark. DJ, that just happened a month ago.
Well, he would probably know that before Pistol Pete because she beat Pistol's record.
It just happened a month ago. That's why it's fresh in my mind.
That's what I'm saying.
ZJ, bro. Give us a hard one.
Just
Give me a
like-
hard one.
Like 4 weeks ago, she just broke the record. It was
Give
all
us
over the news. Pistol Pete's record broke.
80 people in the chat. 80 people in the chat now.
Yeah.
Have one of
80
the
people.
viewers ask a question.
we're live right now, guys, talking about NCAA March Madness. If you got any
Lord.
questions or even any trivia questions your way, toss them in the chat, guys. We are talking here. Got a couple minutes left in the show. Of
Tell
course,
us,
tune into tomorrow's show,
Hey.
guys. 10 a.m. the Parlay Show. We got it going on 10 a.m. every Saturday. The fellas are going to be in here.
Q, I think that's Joker. I think that's pretty locked up.
I'd have to
He
say
don't
probably
get
unanimous.
ZJ riled up, bro.
What's that?
I said, don't get ZJ riled up.
Yeah, no, I mean it just is. I mean, unless I don't even
No.
think it matters if he gets hurt right now. We got about
That's
3
probably
weeks to go.
unanimous. Q.
It probably is unanimous.
I
You
wouldn't
got my
say
vote.
that,
I was on
right?
the board.
You know, there's going to be one voter from Orlando. Something's going to happen, like it always does.
Go ahead and give me the last. Go ahead and give me the last unanimous MVP. That's a good one. Wow. Shut up.
What
Jordan?
team has won the first? Who won the first ever NCAA basketball national championship?
Kansas.
No,
Kentucky.
no, sir.
Louisville.
No. Oh, now just shooting answers out, huh?
You
Well, this is
UCLA.
a hard one. This is
No,
a-
no. You know what? If we're
Probably
going, I'm gonna
18
bet you. Can you
fucking
give me? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Is it an Ivy League school?
it is not an Ivy League school.
Ooh,
You
good,
want me to give you
good.
some options?
Yes.
How about Washington?
That's it. We have Oklahoma,
No, that was too cute.
Ohio State, Villanova, and Oregon.
I kind of want to say Villanova.
I'm gonna go Ohio State
It's either Ohio State or Villanova.
You guys are both incorrect.
or Oklahoma.
Oregon. Fuck.
Oklahoma.
Oregon, there you go, Soch man. Hey, thanks for firing out 5.
Oh, fuck. I was
I mean,
done-
you've been,
I was done
you've been
saying
on your
that
phone
one.
like
Fuck.
all day looking up answers. Come on. I like that.
Fire. Give us one more NBA one, Soch.
Okay.
Hey, while you're thinking of that, let me
Yeah, go ahead.
let's do something real quick with the viewers. Have them put in the comments their plays for tomorrow, and let's pick 2 and add it to our parlay.
Oh, that's good.
How's that sound? Yeah.
Absolutely, guys. Doing the
We
parlay
gotta give
show
a shout out to being our
80
partner,
people, 80 people
to
in
be
the
on all the
chat.
social media.
Yeah, 80 people in here. Give us your plays. 80 people. We're picking 2.
Who is the only player?
Hey,
in
would
the
that be
NBA
would that be Wemby? Q? Is it Wemby? It's got to be Wemby or Rudy, but I'll say Wemby.
I'm pretty sure it's Wemby.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm pretty sure it's Wemby, though.
Yeah, I'll say Wemby.
NC State.
And what was your last one, Sach? And Jones, slow down when you speak. People try to hear you. Your Jets.
That's good. So what type of question do you guys want? We got a couple minutes left. What question do you guys want? Do you guys want a college question? NBA, like ZJ said? NFL?
Yeah, feed ZJ.
who
NBA.
who is
Oh, go
who
ahead.
is the only player in the NBA to average points, rebounds, and assists in the NBA playoffs?
LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron.
ZJ. What are you looking at? You gotta let him know if he's
Stop.
right or not.
Give us a question.
Okay, hold up. Here's a question for E. I don't think E knows
Nikola
this.
Jokic.
I love E's basketball knowledge. ZJ, I gave you a ringer today while we were at Wing Cave, and officially, Wing Cave is the official sponsor of the of the Bet Champ Show. So shout out to Wing Cave.
because you two are tore up.
Yo, Wing Cave. No.
Shout
Wing
out-
Cave is. We're in talks with Wing Cave. Wing Cave is in talks
Shout
with
out to Wing
sponsoring
Cave.
the show. Wing Cave in Northland, Colorado. If you guys are in the Denver area, go ahead and head over to Wing Cave. Ask
Where's
for
it
Big
at?
J.
Where's
Northland.
it at? I
Northland,
come back
Colorado.
from Vegas. We'll go up there and watch some games. I'll come up and watch some games.
Oh,
with you guys there.
bro. We'll have a blast, bro. We'll have fucking fun.
Yeah.
But if you guys are there, ask for Big J. That's capital B, capital I, capital G. Big J. He'll take care of you guys. Wing Cave hospitality is great. Wings are great. Games are great. Everything is good. And Far From Par, a golf clothing brand that we'll be releasing soon. They'll be also sponsoring the show. So we got a lot of things in the works. But honestly, ZJ, I'm going to ask you a trivia question. I don't want you to answer. But E, who is the NBA All-Star that is from New Mexico College? ZJ, don't answer.
New
is the
Mexico
NBA
College.
Who is the NBA
Like,
All-Star?
you mean
that
like
is
state
from
or University of New Mexico?
the New Mexico
Or
team
is that
played
called New
today.
Mexico?
The New Mexico team that played today.
Okay. They have an NBA All-Star that went there.
NBA All-Star.
Mountain
I got
West.
no freaking idea. Thank you, ZJ. I mean,
You gotta give him a hint though, Sach, because this one's it's not like a
He's in the
local
Eastern.
All-Star.
He's in the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference and was traded at the deadline. Traded at the deadline, Eastern Conference. Who is the NBA All-Star? He wasn't an All-Star this year with injury, but he's an NBA All-Star.
Oh, he was injured.
Traded at the deadline, Eastern Conference.
I have no idea.
This is a hard one. Sach.
Wisdom, yeah. I'm about
Okay, I'll give it to
three-quarters
you.
capacity. No idea.
Pascal Siakam. New Mexico alumni. There you go.
Impressive. Pascal was out here he came to visit the academy. Then he was playing in Clune.
He was in the Mountain West. Exactly. Sure.
Wow.
There we go, guys.
Hey,
Shout out. Go ahead, D.
I was just gonna say real quick, and it's a different thing. It's NFL, and only takes 3 minutes. I was just curious on Sach's and your take is Adam Schefter today had an article out that the Steelers, there's a possibility that after training camp, the Steelers could release Russell Wilson.
I mean, you might as well.
They're only into him for $1.15 million.
They're in for him for the vet minimum. I was telling ZJ, honestly, because people think that they're like getting Justin Fields to compete with Russ. Obviously, when you sign Russell Wilson, who's been on the Broncos, and his career's done, he's not going to be the Russ that we know. He's just not. Russ was getting brought in there to either teach him, show him, and pretty much give him the reins to be a successful NFL quarterback. And when you look at a lot of these quarterbacks in the league who want to, get the reins to the whole franchise forever and they're kind of washed up, Russell Wilson was the perfect guy for Justin Fields. So getting him on the vet minimum, there was no downside for them to keep him. So if they want to release him and get someone else in there, that's obviously going to be a plus because Justin Fields is going to be the future of the franchise. They're pretty much saying, hey, we got all of our chips in the same basket for you to take to be the franchise quarterback. We're going to bring in a veteran quarterback who has won a Super Bowl, should have 2 Super Bowls to be completely honest with you, to pretty much teach you and show you how to be an NFL quarterback the right way. When you're looking over there in Chicago, who did Justin Fields have to really show him anything? Yeah. They didn't have an offensive coordinator for a long time. They didn't have a head coach for a long time. They didn't have even a quarterback that knew what they were slightly doing. So Justin Fields has been in a discombobulated franchise for the first 3 years of his career, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. So if they release him, that's not really anything to Russ. They got him on the minimum.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're losing 1 point whatever million it is, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So that's my take on it.
It's just interesting. Yeah, they're going to take
on a free roll. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You don't lose anything. You don't lose any draft picks. You lose 1 point whatever million on a veterans minimum for a guy that you're really investing in for the long term. So, I mean, if it happens, I'm not surprised.
Cool. That was it, ZJ.
We'll see what happens. I don't want to really speak on it right now and everything. I kind of want to see what happens with all that. And I really do. It's an interesting story, interesting topic. Thank you, guys. This is the Bet Champ Show After Hours, ladies and gents, listeners, YouTube, Twitch, and X. Guys, give us a follow on all the social media accounts. Again, we're tossing out those free plays, free March Madness plays for you guys each and every day. We don't ask for you guys to do anything. All you have to do is just give us a follow. You give us a follow on all of our social media pages. You will see each of these plays every day, completely free. And the boys are running, as always. We do the hard stuff for you. We look up the stats for you. We give us the most confident plays, following some of the trends we like to see. And we are definitely going to be on some big plays tomorrow, ladies and gents, for sure. But we'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, with the parlay show going. You don't want to miss that one out. It is going to be jam-packed with March Madness plays, of course. But that'll do it for tonight. We'll just quick around the room. It is Friday, guys. Happy weekend. And what do the fellas got to say before we go?
It's the weekend. We got March Madness. Nothing better than it. The boys are rolling. E's rolling. And E could be really rolling if it wasn't for a couple hooks. But that's what happens in this game. We're here to give you the best picks that we know. We research nonstop throughout the day. So give us a follow. Give us a like. Comment, do whatever you got to do, and tomorrow we'll bring the best picks that we got for you. It looks like I'll be 2-0 on my picks for my quadrant for the bracket, so I'll take 2-0 any day of the week. But
heck yeah,
he's positive. ZJ is positive. He's going to be 2-1. So everyone here with their picks have been plus money. You can't go wrong with it. We don't ask for money. We don't ask for anything. Give us a like, give us a follow, a shout out. That's all we ask, and we're going to continue to do it throughout the tournament. So looking forward to the rest of it.
We don't ask for anything, but we ask for like and follow. So I like that. Definitely like or follow because we've been pounding it out. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, look, listen, just everybody out there, tune in tomorrow, same channel, right? Come on back at 10 Mountain Standard Time. We all give a pick and we put it into a parlay. We got Q. He's the first viewer to give us his pick. We're looking for one more. We'll add it to it and we'll make some money. That's as simple as this is. Or you could play them all separate because we usually, if we don't hit, we usually miss one. Be one or two possibly, but usually it's one that misses. So if you play them separate, they're good. 4-2 on the day. Myself, I'll be back for the parlay show, and then in the afternoon on the social media, I'll have a couple more plays. And let's just have fun with it, man. Right? Yesterday's bets doesn't put today's money in our pocket. So let's get that bag every day. And yeah, thanks for having me today, ZJ. You're a good guy.
Always a pleasure to be alongside you guys as boys talking sports, guys. That'll do it for tonight. We will catch you tomorrow, 10 a.m. again, Mountain Standard Time for that parlay show. And guys, make sure you check on Whit tonight. Give him a DM. Give him some love. We got boots on ground. Checking out bars in the areas. Hit him up, guys. Seriously, hit him up. See what he's doing. But we will all see you guys tomorrow. And that will do it for tonight's show. Peace.
Peace out.